Hello guys, Brando here. So today I'm here to make a quick overview of the new HDR10 IPS ultra-wide monitor from LG. Now the model of this monitor is actually the 38WN75C monitor. You can find it on various websites, Amazon, Best Buy. What is special about this monitor is that it's actually an IPS HDR10 version and it's advertised as being really good for video editing, and since it is color calibrated right out of the box. It actually has two different connections, so two different ports, as HDMI and DisplayPort. It also includes different menus, interactive, which you're able to control it with the joystick that's right under the monitor. Now when we talk about the design, it's actually a pretty nice glossy black design on its back. On the front it's actually three borderless design, which doesn't take much of space. It's actually pretty neat and it looks really good from any perspective. Since it is a curved monitor, it can look good from the side or angles that you're looking at the screen from. The LG is actually not advertised as a gaming monitor. The refresh rate only goes to 75 Hz, which is not really that much. There's also different settings which you can adjust. Presets in the menu of the monitor for FPS and also RTS, which you can use in the hand. But there's also cinema mode, actually two of them. You can use to watch movies or get a different feel of the colors that are going to pop on the screen. It's also compatible with the Windows and Mac. It's also found an HDMI compatibility setting on the monitor itself, so you might want to check that out in case you have any issues. So the IPS is really nice on the screen. The colors are pretty great from any angle. Now, build-up is pretty easy as their monitor setups. To attach the base to the arm and then from there go on to the monitor. You don't need any tools to do this as well. Just make sure that the bottom screw is actually really tight, so you don't want the base and the arm. The design of the base is actually curved as well, kind of reflecting the monitor itself, which is pretty good. The only thing is that it does take a little bit of space, but it also gives you some area if you want to place something in front of the base. There's actually some headroom right there, so you can put your, I have right here my PlayStation 4 controller. Now for the size, 38 inches, I know it does feel like a lot compared to the 27 inch. It's a big difference. It's really easy to handle. So the joystick on the bottom of LG, press it to actually power on the monitor, and you can also use it to navigate, turn the menu for the monitor and also navigate it. Pretty simple, pretty nice and easy. You click on it to press enter, and then you have different features. This has been my first curved monitor. It's actually it's been taking me a while to just get used to the feel of it. I haven't used this kind of thing, but split screen features you can use of course as well, especially if you have a Windows computer. If you have a Mac, obviously we don't have the capability of split screening really fast. Now for MacBook, obviously a snapping tool which I downloaded from the Apple Store. In case you guys want to know what that is or you can find it, I'm going to put a link here in the description below. This app has pretty helpful, especially with the widescreen monitor, so I can actually do a split screen real quick between Windows and different programs, and actually you can also do four-way screen. If it's any help, then you can check out the description below. Next one, we can go over the menu a little bit so you guys can check it out, see what's up and what kind of options you guys have in case you want to change any details and options in the menu. So here we're going to go into the LG menu. So if you press, like I said before, the joystick on the bottom, there's four different options. There's power off, then obviously it turns off the monitor, and you can just turn it back on by pressing the bottom, and then it will come right back on. So there's four different options. There's power off, input, settings, and picture mode. I'm going to show those are all about in a sec though. Power off powers off the monitor. The input, you can change the input if you're using DisplayPort 3.1 or if you're using HDMI. In settings, there's different things in settings that you might want to go over in case you want to do any configurations yourself. Quick settings, we can adjust the brightness, the color, the contrast, volume, temperature. Up next, we have the input. There's the input list right here. You have HDMI 1, 2, and DisplayPort. You want to change, in case you want to change the input for that. For the aspect ratio, you can go from ultra-wide, original, just a scan, and there's also cinema 1 and cinema 2. If you go to picture mode, the picture menu, we have the picture mode menu, which you can also access from the 4 menu. In picture mode, we have custom, we have vivid, HDR effect, reader, cinema, FPS, first person shooter, RTS, real-time strategy, and color weakness. For picture adjust, we have brightness, contrast, sharpness, and we also have super resolution, which is actually off right now. We have black levels. You can go from high or low. For super resolution, you have high, medium, low. It will optimize your screen for watching slow-mo videos or photos with smoother picture. And for DFS, we have on and off. It will adjust brightness automatically according to the screen. For game adjust, we have response time, we have fast, normal, off, and we have also faster. We find the responsive of video output depending on the movement of the content. Then there's a lot of motion, so faster. Obviously though, you might get some ghosting out of that, so you might want to be careful. You want to use the black stabilizer. You want to see how the darkness will look. You can also adjust that as well to your preference. And lastly, we have color adjust. We have gamma mode. We have mode 2, 1, 2. See how you want your gamma to be adjusted. We have the color temperature, which is right now on custom. You can edit your RGB levels to your likings. And there's also 6 color for how much red hue, green hue, and blue hue. And there's also cyan. Look at those. And finally, picture resets just resets all the settings that you changed in picture mode. So in case you want to go back to how it was originally, you can always reset everything. And lastly, for general, we have the basic language, smart energy saving. We have the power LED, which is off right now. Automatic standby is off. We have DisplayPort version. I'm not using DisplayPort right now, so that's off. We have HDMI compatibility mode, which I actually had to change for my MacBook because it was using a different kind of HDMI. Buzzer, you have the OSD lock, and you have information too. And finally, we have reset to initial settings, which we actually reset everything to factory settings, in case you were wondering. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos here with Brian Louis. Obviously, this is my first tech video. This is not a review of any kind. We're just, just having a quick overview of how this monitor is, and just watch the price and some of the settings that are within it just before you buy. So we can check that with a few tips that I can take from other YouTubers. So please let me know in the comments below.